Hi everyone, today I'm going to be taking you through my process of cleaning a camera and lens. So first I have removed the lens hood and my camera cage so I can get into all the nooks and crannies. We are going to start off by blowing and brushing at the same time with the Nitecore Blower Baby. Now this comes with several different attachments, that, or at least in the kit I purchased, and the brushes attach into the fan itself just like that. And so you can brush off particles and blow them away at the same time. And this is the bristle brush, so this is what we're going to use for cleaning the whole camera body here. And this will help get all the particles, or most of the particles, out of there, so that when we actually go and wipe the camera off of the cloth, you won't have any of these, scratching the material. Now, we're going to switch brushes. Use the more fine, delicate brush for the lens element. Now I do have a UV filter on this lens, so it's not that much of a concern, but I do want to avoid causing any kind of harm to that. And between the brush and the fan, this should get rid of any particles without any risk of scratching the glass. That's cleaned the filter, but I can tell that there's still some particles inside there that I've managed to squeak in between the filter and lens. I want to be very gentle with it on the actual lens element. Really cleaning around the lens itself and the back of the filter. If you could hear me when I was saying any of that over the blower, but it wasn't that important. Anyway, screw that back on. Put this one more time. And I'm going to call that good. There's still some bits in there. It's hard to get rid of all the dust, especially I'm filming this outdoors, so it's kind of not the ideal clean environment to be shooting this. However, now the camera is, largely superficially clean and free of dust. I'm going to put brushes away here. Set the blower aside. Move on to wiping the camera down. Now this is important to get any kind of accumulated residue, like just the sweat from your hands can really impact your gear, as can like sun lotion, any kind of lotions you have on your hands, or for example, if you've been shooting near the ocean, you might have salt spray on your camera. You really want to get that off. So we're going to lightly dampen this cloth. Don't want it very wet. So then we're just going to carefully just wipe down the body of the camera like this. This will help remove any residues that could break down the material of the camera. Now, just should be noted, I am using a camera skin on this Nikon Z8, and so this isn't really so much of a concern for this camera itself, just because I have a skin on it, and that does a very good job of protecting the camera, and I highly recommend using a skin such as this. They also look pretty cool. Now the lens itself, I have not yet put a skin on the lens. That's something I really should get around to doing. I'm just going to pat this down. You don't have to be worried, with just a damp towel about the moisture, because these are weather sealed cameras. If your camera isn't weather sealed, you might want to be a little bit more careful. But as long as you avoid like critical electronic components and don't make sure that your cloth isn't very wet at all. It just needs to be slightly damp, just enough to pull the grime off of it. Right. And we'll use a second cloth here just to pat that down, dry it off. It's already mostly dry, actually. Like, as I used, again, very little water. And now we have an actual like microfiber cloth here, and you could use a microfiber cloth for the cleaning and the drying as well. That's probably a better idea than these paper towels. I just use these for demonstration purposes. They aren't ideal. Microfiber cloth is what you should be using. I just didn't have a bunch of extras on hand at the moment when I needed to film this video. So now I'm just basically wiping it down with a microfiber cloth. And I haven't used this inside of it yet, so I'm going to use this on the lens element itself. Now, it's all right to use a microfiber cloth on the lens element, but you do need to blow it off first. You need to get all those larger particles that might be sharp and could scratch if you rub them with the cloth. So that's really the purpose of using the blower first. It's just to get those large, potentially dangerous particles off. And now, yeah, it's all clean. And that's just about it. I will also be filming a part 2 of this video where I will be cleaning the camera's sensor. So I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you all again next time. Bye!